Greetings, everyone, and welcome back here to Spiritual Formation. I am delighted to be back in one of my favorite courses and can't wait to see what we will gain from this semester. My definition here of addiction is depending on a substance or thing that forms into a habitual behavior. My definition of bondage is being enslaved, bound by the strong man. That's being up under subjection to that which is stronger than you. Recovery definition is a form of normalcy, a retrieval of health state, uh, retrieval of your mind and your strength. And my definition here of deliverance is being healed, set free, being liberated, and liberation, which can only be retrieved from God, Jesus, and through the Holy Spirit can be provided. Okay, have I known anyone who was recovered from addiction or been delivered from a form of bondage of sin? What I'll say is I had the privilege to work in a recovery center named Recovery Center of America. I worked as the security officer, but I also doubled as a facilitator of Bible studies. And when I first was in the environment, I was looking around and I was like, I don't belong here. You know, like these people on drugs. It's a second chance type of work environment. And what that means is that it offered employment to those who were in recovery, and it also offered employment to felons and, giving everyone second chance, which I think is great. But I actually didn't think I belonged there until I found that you can be addicted to various forms of things, and I'll share a little bit more with you as I go on. But in the Bible studies and me finding where I could relate, I would often greet them as, now I'm not in recovery, but I understand that everyone in life at some time or another will recover from something. And most often people become addicted to things, whether it's drugs, alcohol, sex, and even food, and will need a helping hand sometimes to break free from bondage that addiction brings to our lives. So that was one of the little inserts that I would put in the greeting when I would meet with the people that joined us during the Bible study, because I wanted to let them know that I still related to them. And what I will share here is that my form of bondage after divorce and after the death of my mom and grandmothers and father, I had to find that I had became, when within the reading, I found that I related more with repression. I was repressing, my need for love and lost and I indulged more in shopping and in working. I threw myself into just working. I was always working. At one point in my life, God did call me Martha. I didn't know what he meant by it, so I went back to the scriptures to read Martha, Mary, and what Jesus was doing. Then I found out, oh, God is telling me I'm just too busy even for him, and that was the truth at that time. With the shopping incident, I went out and I was shopping so much that when I went to the last store and paid the man and everything, the man said, ma'am, you don't have any more room. And when I looked down, all of my arms was full of bags, my hands were full of bags, and I really actually didn't have any more room to take the bag that I had just purchased. And so I went to my car, and it was pouring down raining that day, and I just began to just burst out just crying. And I let out the grief and everything that I was repressing and holding inside from the death of my mom, because I had to be strong for everyone else, for my sisters, my children, because everyone had started to break out into conflict amongst each other And that was their way of trying to handle the death, and it was causing a lot of discord in my family at the time. And so I was trying to be the strength and the rock for everyone, and not knowing that I needed to also have my own way to release that form of grief myself. Um, did my church make recovery and deliverance ministry a priority? I would say no. I have not been in a church that really facilitated a recovery and deliverance ministry. I would say currently the ministry that I attend does foster a program for those who got out of prison. So I guess you can call that a form of deliverance or help for those that um, were incarcerated. So I hope that me sharing my views here on our subject uh, may even help someone to know that, again, you can be addicted to various things, and mine happened to have been work, which I didn't, and nobody really probably would even relate that work would be a form of addiction, and mine was also shopping. So blessings, 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 everyone. I'm looking forward to this semester. Hi, Professor. I thank you so much for the grace that you extended me, and I will join with you all in discussions.